that point, maybe about 20 minutes after that, police started shutting down traffic onto the base and actually installed traffic cones here to the front of the base to prevent anyone from coming in and out. That lasted for a good half hour before those officers left the area and were inviting folks back onto the base. Now, we know, I want to step out of the way so my photographer can give you a better look onto the base. We know that in these situations, after a security situation on the base, we know that security is going to be tight, and I apologize. It's tough with these cars driving to get a clear shot of that main gate, but we do know that extra security precautions are underway to keep the soldiers and their families safe living here on Fort Stewart. We know that this will continue to be a breaking situation. We will continue to learn more later in the day. I've been reaching out to Fort Stewart officials to try and get more information from them. We have not yet heard back, but we do know, again, from Fort Stewart officials, I want to recap, 5 soldiers shot in an active shooter incident at the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area. Brooke, we will continue to stay out here and bring you the latest when we have it. Yep. No, my IFB, when this dropped, it broke. So I'm like getting in and out unless I hold it still. We're resetting at 1 o'clock.
When you step out, I only punch in so far because we were cautioned once before about shooting video of gate operations and stuff. So I do push in, but I don't get right up in there because I'm like, you know, Tomko will be calling. Well, when there's really nothing new to talk about, but they want you to stretch and stay on, that's what happens. You trip up.
Yeah, it is what it is. We've gotten all the information we can get.
And we're probably not going to get anything new anytime soon.
Maybe a press I got a note from ABC. It said they were impressed with me and Lydia's coverage. Stand by. So I will have you push in, but I'll acknowledge why you're not pushing it all the way. Yeah, things have certainly calmed down from what it was when I first got out here about 11:30 this morning. We know that Fort Stewart at one point had totally locked down the base, but we know that that lockdown has at least been partially lifted. I want to step out of the way so my photographer can give you a look of that gate area. Now, I'll tell you, we're not zooming in completely into that gate for security purposes. The Army has previously told us that they don't want us showing gate operations, certainly not in a situation like this. But you can see there's many people going to and from Fort Stewart at this point, which reinforces what Fort Stewart had been saying in their Facebook statement earlier, that there is no active threat to the community. Still a very concerning thing and lots of questions to be answered. We know that shooter was apprehended around 11:30. But we don't know who that shooter is. Was he a soldier? Was he a family member? Was he someone that was just able to make it onto the base? Those are questions that we're going to be asking Fort Stewart and Army Criminal Investigation Division officials, because we need those answers. You need those answers. Everyone here on this post needs those answers, and they are craving that information. But I'll tell you this, we are going to always be responsible with the information that we put out. In these sort of situations, many people could put really anything out there on social media, but I can assure you that all of us here at WJCL are making sure that we confirm every bit of information with multiple sources, because in this sort of situation, it is not worth the risk of putting out false information, misleading information. What we know, again, just to recap, 5 soldiers shot here at Fort Stewart. We know that the shooter has been apprehended. Several soldiers are being treated here on base at Wynn Army Community Hospital. We know several others are now on their way to Memorial Health in Savannah, and that's where WJCL 22 News' Lydia Blackston is. You'll be checking in with her in just a moment. But from here, outside of the main gate of Fort Stewart, things are returning to some sort of normalcy. Again, I want to caution with that word, because nothing that is happening today is normal. This is not normal to have a shooting on base, certainly not in the homeland. We will continue to get to the bottom of this and bring you the latest when we have it. For now, outside of Fort Stewart, I'm Andy Cole, WJCL 22 News. Hi, how are you? Hey, how are you? Good.
So, just so you guys know, we're giving out the badges to take vehicles on the post. I don't know exactly when we're going to do that, or when we can get over to the second gate area for you guys.
Okay.
So for right now, until I get word, you guys can shoot right here.
Okay.
And then any additional information that gets put out, I'll let you guys know.
Do you have any sense if there was being a press conference or anything like that today?
I don't know that information.
Okay. What's a good number to reach you?
It is 419 463 7642.
And Slaymaker, what's your first name?
Jacob.
Jacob. Awesome. I'll shoot you a text right now.
Okay.
And I'm Andy, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
And you said they're going to give vehicles later, you said?
Yeah, so we have the placards to put in the vehicles so that we can escort you guys on the post.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where are y'all going to take us?
The Engo, we don't know specifically right now.
Gotcha.
Engo, I'm sure everybody wants to get over to the 2nd Brigade area.
Okay.
Right now it's
Yeah.
still kind of semi-lockdown, right?
Yeah.
So whenever they give us the clear, then we'll probably take you guys over there.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah. Keep us posted. Well,
We'll do
yeah,
it.
I think everyone's here. Thank you so much.
This is going to sound kind of stupid, but we've been seeing some online, everybody's a news guy. There's a woman that's, I think she's still
Excuse
on
me, Dan.
live. I don't know if we saw it on the way over to my recorder. She reported that 7 people shot and 4 dead, which is right. What was the issue?
Yeah,
something, you
No,
know,
that's not it.
and now, of course, we're hearing, you know, the 5-shot, some here to win on the community hospital, some are in route to Memorial Hospital. We have not heard anything, or nor have we put out anything that says soldiers were killed. But
Yeah, this is what we have
yeah,
right
and
now.
we got the same information,
Okay.
but I'm like, there's people out there, news wannabes. And what I'm saying is, this lady, she had thousands watching from all over the country.
Yeah.
And of course, now they're threatening to sue her for putting out false information and everything. But
Mhm.
I don't know if you're aware of that, but I just wanted to be aware of that.
Do you know what on TikTok? What was it?
Huh?
Armored Brigade Combat
Do you want to move?
Thumbs up when you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Did you learn anything more from these guys? Yeah, certainly a lot different than it was when I first got here, just after 11:30 or so. Traffic is moving fairly normally out here outside of Fort Stewart, but we know that it is anything but a normal day beyond the main gate here at Fort Stewart. I want to step out of the way so I can give you a better perspective of this gate, where people to get on the base need to, of course, check in. When I first got here, this was completely bumper-to-bumper traffic as security was ramping up the requirements to, of course, get onto base. Then Fort Stewart closed off and locked down the entire base. And then probably at this point, about 45 minutes ago, they have returned to normal operations, saying in a post to Facebook that there is no active threat to the community. In just the last 20 minutes, a team member with the Army Public Affairs Office just checked in with us, told us to kind of stick around this area, but told us that we should at some point get access to Fort Stewart and to be able to get to that 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area where this shooting is said to have happened. But at this point, it remains an active scene where officials with the Army Criminal Investigations Division are continuing to go through that scene and figure it all out. There's still a lot of questions that we have. We know a shooter has been apprehended, but we don't know who they are. Are they a soldier? Are they a soldier's family members? Or are they just someone that was able to make their way onto base and inflict this violence on 5 U.S. service members here at Fort Stewart? It's incredibly sad, heavy day. When I first got out here, I'm set up kind of at a strip mall with a Subway and an Indian restaurant. There was every parking lot, every parking space was full. Soldiers were just waiting for word to get back on the base. There's a lot of that unknown in these sort of developing situations, that really you catch these soldiers just waiting to get an answer as to what is going on. We are going to continue to press Fort Stewart officials. As I said, a member of the public affairs team told us that at some point today, we will likely be able to get onto the base and get outside of that 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area. We will, of course, continue to keep you posted and bring you the latest from there, but that is all we've got for now. We're going to send it back to you, Brooke. Yeah, well, hey,
Well,
it's nothing special.
Yeah.
It's just I was here.
this has nothing to do with what we're doing. Is that on?
It is.